The conquest of Hammerfell had been a grueling and arduous campaign. The fiery resolve of the Redguards and the unforgiving desert sands had tested Krojul's forces to their limits. Yet, through a combination of diplomacy and sheer military might, the Dragonborn had managed to win over the begrudging respect of the Hammerfell leaders. As the banners of Keizaal were raised high, the once divided lands of Western Tamriel now bowed before the throne of the High King. The news of Krojul's victory reverberated across the continent, striking both fear and hope into the hearts of the people. Hello everyone, my name is the last Dragonborn, and today we're going to continue the series from an Atmoran invasion. The last time we have conquered Hammerfell, and today we're going to continue the same strategy. Well, you may wonder how Morrowind and Argonia is under the control of the Nords. Overall, the save file got corrupted and is just bugging and lagging and crashing. So I'm trying to finish the playthrough. I think this is the last episode of it, most likely, because today we're gonna try to unite Tamriel and we can form the Empire of Tamriel. So this will be the last episode. Oh, okay, and let's proclaim the Empire of the Nords. That's good. Let me see. Yes, and we integrated more kingdoms into our, more territories into our kingdom or empire title. Yes, the Nordic Empire, basically. And you may wonder how I achieved Morrowind and Argonian lands. And I played off camera and the Ebonheart Pact. As you know, the Ebonheart Pact was a pact between the Nords, Dunmer, and Argonian people. Most of the tribes and houses of Morrowind and the tribes of Argonia have signed a pact that now they are like vassals, but they kind of rule themselves. Most of the territories are ruled by their own species, basically, race. And Morrowind is most likely like independent. Here and there are forts and garrisons of the Nordic Empire, but of Keizaal. But overall, they rule themselves. We are not interfering in their affairs. If their affairs are attacking neighbors, like in Cyrodiil, in Skyrim, or I don't know, or between themselves, between Argonians and Dunmers, we will intervene. But nonetheless, they are ruling the kind of themselves, but they are our vassals. They pay taxes to the High King. So the Ebonheart Pact has been declared and signed by most of the houses, and including the Tribunal Temple itself and Vivek. The Ebonheart Pact had become a beacon of unity in the tumultuous lands of Eastern Tamriel. Under the watchful eyes of Krojul, the newly formed pact between the Great Houses of Morrowind, Nords and Argonians, trade routes began to flourish, and the once divided lands grew prosperous. Krojul the Dragonborn, the High King of Keizaal, recognized the significance of this pact and sought to expand its reach. His emissaries traveled across the sea to the lands of the east, bearing gifts and treaties to forge new bonds of friendship and mutual defense. The High King's vision was clear: a united Tamriel where the diverse races could stand together against the myriad threats that lurked beyond the horizon. Yet, as whispers of new alliances and prosperous futures spread, so too did the shadows of doubt and fear. Some whispered of ancient prophecies that foretold a time when the land would be torn apart by a dragon, while others spoke of the High King's growing power as a potential tyranny. Despite these murmurs, the people of Keizaal remained steadfast in their belief in the Dragonborn, their faith in his divine right to rule unshaken. Well, the Ebonheart Pact was signed between the Keizaal, or between Krojul and the Houses of Morrowind, and the tribes of Argonia. Uh, Most of the tribes didn't try to sign it, so they were forced or attacked. So they will join the pact, and they are governing themselves mostly. The houses of Morrowind are independent from. They rule themselves, same as the tribes in Argonia. But here and there, we are forts with Keizaalian forces, mostly Nordic, Imperial, uh, Brittonic, and so on troops. Well, meanwhile, in the south of the Tamriel, the Aldmeri Dominion formed between the Elsewhere, Alnor, and Valinor. Well, not Valinor. Valinor wasn't united, but they united themselves with Alnor, and they formed the Aldmeri Dominion, the last bastion of independence against the Nordic Empire, or against Keizaal, or better known as Skyrim. Keizaal is just the name of Skyrim in Dovazul. So yeah, but as they are the only enemies that stand against us, and between a united Tamriel, we will attack them. Let's move the rally point somewhere here in the Anvil region and attack them. We'll send a force to attack their capital, declare war, and our claims, and let's declare war. Eagle Primarch Arelmo. Let's raise all the forces. I think I just raised only the raised all here. Nice. Okay. As I have said, the game is bugging and lagging. I think the game file, the save file, got corrupted or something, so I need to end the series here. So this will be the showdown between us and the last bastion of independence, I guess. Basically, the elves. Who would have thought that the elves would be the last to hold out? The living gods decided to just sign a treaty rather than fight a pointless war. And also, we have dragons and they don't. Catgate, okay. Look at the borders. This looks beautiful, to be honest, and round. Okay, so we'll send this 5k. No, not this. Let's wait for them to to give us the manpower, so that we can unite them with this elite quality troops. Basically, the only heavy infantry that has only heavy infantry, 22 champions, 300 mages, 600 light cavalry, and 60 battering rams, and 3 acclaimed knights. This will be a challenge ahead. Let's get them over to their capital here. And let's attack Solens first, and after that we'll move on to their capital. And the rest of the forces they will siege down. Let's see. Let's wait a little bit. No, these forces will. They have the dragons, I see. Okay, the dragons are not here. Well, let's send one dragon towards the capital. We'll need that because they got a fort here in Alinor before their Palace of Alinor, so we got to destroy that, and we are gonna use the dragon for that. And the rest of the troops will stay in Tamriel, the mainland Tamriel, and will defend the Cyrodiil area, because that will be the main attack force. They will attack in Cyrodiil, so we will keep a force there. And we will also try to attack his coastal cities. Our troops have arrived in Alinor and the Solens. Weirdly enough, they are attacking our islands here. And I don't know why they are doing that. I think they want to go to Hammerfell for some reason. But nonetheless, we are sieging right now the coastline of Anvil, and we brought the Holy Order here, and this will help us a lot. We should get the forts here in no time. Let me see. Yes, we should get this in no time. They have some forces here. I think they hired some, yeah, the Lilock warband. They hired some mercenaries. Well, soon enough we'll have a fort in our hands, and we will move with this big army toward the Palace of Alinor, and hopefully we will capture the prelate, or whatever is called this guy, the Eagle Primarch. Okay, we captured the territory here, another, and soon enough we'll capture the other one, and we'll move to Fort Valenwood, I think so, because it's the closest to say so. So overall it's going well, we are winning, and we will immediately go for the palace as soon as we can. We'll catch them here in the first battle between the Keizaalian forces and the Aldmeri Dominion. So it should be over. 17 months! Oh my goodness, look at that. Well, I think I'll come back when I'm ready to win this siege, I guess. Oh my god, that's the biggest siege ever that I've seen. A major battle will begin here in Crowhaven, where the starving elves are trying to siege Crowhaven, but they're still failing. And Vassal reveal Crypt of Fate. What the heck is that? We can still win. They are trying to flee now. I think we can defeat them because we have... Let's stay here. Let's make them starve, because that's the smartest strategy. They do not have enough supplies. We have 79 supplies, and most of them are starving, so they will starve there, and this will be a... Oh, okay. This will be a plus for us, you know. And we are currently sieging some strongholds here in Valenwood. And also we are sieging the capital. We got a fort here, but we are still sieging the palace here in Alienor, the Palace of Alienor, and it's almost over, almost. I'm curious if they will leave. I will attack them immediately. Oh, wait. You are not going anywhere without my consent. They are trying to flee everywhere, but they cannot do anything. They can defeat us because basically they have more skilled troops. Our champion Harag was slain by High King Iser or Sunhold. Okay. You did well. You are now in Sovngarde. Nice. So we are winning with just levies almost. But we have the number, and our troops were well fed, rather than their troops, to be honest. This should give us a lot of high score. Let me see this. I just want to see. Oh, okay. Look at this. Look at this. This is beautiful. Look at the blood. Pelennor Wystrake would be glad that you killed the elves. Well, their forces are scattered. One of my allies were slain in the battle, and nonetheless, we have the number, we have the war score. We just need to defeat and to conquer the capital. Well, guys, we have won. We have conquered the palace of Alienor, and now the Aldmeri Dominion is defeated. They bow to the Dragonborn. This is all, and this is it. We can form the other ones, but let's form the Empire, the most important one. Proclaim the Empire of Tamriel. Let's see it. Oh yeah, that's it. Well, we are not gonna rename ourselves as the Keizaal. We will be named Tamriel. We will remain as Tamriel, and the capital will be basically in Windhelm, the official capital. Oh well, I think they moved the capital to the Imperial. Yeah, they moved the capital. Nonetheless, Tamriel is united. I never united Tamriel, never before in Crusader Kings 2, in Elder Scrolls 1. Oh, I'm wrong. I did united Tamriel before as Tiber Septim, the Septim Dynasty. Check it out in the playlist of the playlist section of my channel. You can find it there, and that's so cool, to be honest. First time uniting Tamriel here, and that's cool. Well, the story of uniting Tamriel, the once divided lands of Tamriel, now stood united under the dragon's banner. The Aldmeri Dominion, a coalition of haughty Aldmer, Bosmer, and Khajiit, had been a formidable adversary. Their ancient enmity with the Nords had fueled a conflict that had raged for centuries. Yet Krojul the Dragonborn had managed to breach the Aldmer's impenetrable lines with a combination of diplomacy and military might. The final battle had seen the High King's forces, bolstered by the might of the dragons, face down the elven armies. The skies had been set ablaze by the breath of dragons and the lightning of mages. In the end, it was the valor of Krojul's warriors, the unshakable faith of his people that had carried the day. As the surviving Aldmer leaders kneeled before him, Krojul offered not just mercy but a hand of friendship. The alliance was sealed with the blood of enemies turned to the blood of brethren, and the lands of Somerset, Valenwood, and elsewhere were welcomed into the fold of Keizaal. The High King crowned himself in the imperial capital as the new emperor of a united Tamriel. Well, Tamriel has been united, and with it an end of an era of conflict and instability in Tamriel. All have started with a minor invasion, an Atmoran invasion into Solstheim. Was more like an immigration, or let's say a forced one, because they fled from Atmora into Solstheim and they just landed here, welcomed by the Skull people. Because of this, the last of the Atmorans that came with Krojul are still here in some of the area of Solstheim, and for this, for the settling of the Atmorans in Solstheim, he thanked the Skull and kept their faith and culture alive, and let them themselves rule themselves without interference from the Empire. They have been vassals of the Empire, but the Empire never tried to enforce any taxes more than it was needed, or any conscription more than was needed. And overall, it is a benefit for the whole continent that the conflicts, maybe some of the little conflicts are still around, but the major ones that have killed many people are at an end. Krojul now sat as the Emperor of Tamriel, and now he will rule for more like say 600 years more, because of his lifespan 5. By means of nature or magicka, it is expected that Krojul will live into his 550s. So he will live more. But nonetheless, we have moved now. We are no longer in the second era. We are in the third era, in the first year. So this is a day that everyone will celebrate overall in Tamriel. As you see, the God of Mankind has spread a lot. More in the High Rock area, but they have begun to spread also in the Cyrodiil area, and some of even in Argonia. But overall, just the human races are welcomed and integrated into this faith of the God of Mankind. The elves, the beast folk are not required, and they will not be converted by any priests. If they want to worship the God of Mankind, is their own choice, not forced, not blessed by any priests. So the god of mankind will spread only to the race of men. The race of men will rule the Tamriel now and forever.